Yeah, Ben, you're alright. What are you doing here?
There you are. I'll be heading down. There's nothing worthwhile up above. No worries. Venturing is my life. I'm prepared.
Alright, mate. See you in a bit. Your episodes only got the most views because you DM'd it all to your workmates.
Hey mate, you're alright.
Yeah.
Heard you need some help with some Dobre bros.
Yeah, there's 4 of them down here. Just follow
I
me.
thought they were the most positive guys on YouTube.
Well, apparently, but they've been causing a scene down here.
What do you mean down here?
Oh, just come down here.
Alright mate, let me have a quick glass of Tishkin, I'll be right with you.
Oh, alright.
Alright, budget mate,
You got
2
it.
secs. No,
Alright,
just
well.
budget up, fucking move!
Just, you don't know what you get. Oh, for fuck's
I
sake.
fucking slipped, hold on, I think I've got my ring on. We should be alright.
Alright, coming down now.
Yeah, cheers bro. Apparently it's not that hard to boss bro, you just got to take down the betas before the last alpha.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
You've done
come
it
with me.
before, haven't
Nah,
you?
it's piss easy bro, you
Right,
got
let's
to take
go.
their legs.
Yeah, we're getting first.
Yeah, easy man, easy.
Oh my god, I hit it.
Now I'll get around the side of it.
Okay.
Fuck, man! It's like a fucking truck! Oh, it's restart me after this. Fuck.
Ah, positivity. Ah, shit. Oh god, no, he's got me. He's sucking all the positivity out of me. Ah, fuck. Right, no, I've got this. Oh god, there's 4 of them. Oh shit, the whole band are here. No, I've got it now. I got it. Yeah. Oh, fuck's sake, I got hit by the alpha. I'll resend you. Just go back to where you were.
Welcome to episode 11 of the Sunday Roast. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And the notification bell. We're also on Spotify now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're on Spotify.
Let's go. Ooh. Congratulations for uploading that.
Congratulations to me.
Congratulations to Ward. How far are we up? Are we up to date?
On Spotify, yeah, it's all the 10 episodes. We might have to wait a bit to upload this one, so if you listen to this, it'll be a bit late.
I forgot what I had on my head. Sunday Roast apparel.
Oh,
Look at this, fucking 100% cotton, embroidered. The best you can get, you won't be able to get anywhere else. Coming soon to hate.com, but I haven't got it sorted yet, so you can't get it. And not that you were planning to anyway, but when you can, I'll be sure to let you know. So, what are we saying then?
boom shakalaka. What am I saying?
Yeah, how we doing?
Yeah, nothing much. What are you saying?
In terms of this, just a quick one as well, just a quick update while we're here. I'm flexing. The
Carry on.
Sunday, I'm an idiot, skits. We'll start uploading the skits separately as well.
Yeah.
We need to really sit down and do that, don't we?
Yeah. That will be good.
That would be good.
So everyone can enjoy our comedy specials.
Without having to watch us speak after.
Yeah.
But you need to watch us speak after. Or you're missing out. So I've got a few bits I want to talk about today, actually.
Yeah.
What have you been doing this week? Anything interesting? Anything you want to
Nothing really.
tell our cult viewership?
Nothing really. Just been doing a lot of shoots this week.
Just doing a lot of
Busy.
shoots. Well, let's fucking jump right into it. I actually thought this was really interesting. So, have you watched Justin Bieber's Yummy?
Yeah, I watched it.
What do you mean you watched it?
I watched it.
Yeah, but any thoughts? Any initial thoughts? Anything that cropped up?
Yeah, it was shit.
It was bad, but I'll tell you something that I've been doing a little research into.
Yeah.
I'm going to explain now the...
Are you going to defend Justin Bieber?
I'm not going to defend Justin Bieber. I'm going to actually throw him down a hole here.
Yep.
I'm going to go down the hole with him. Everyone's coming. It's called the fucking rabbit hole.
Let's go.
And I'm going to explain the Justin Bieber Yummy conspiracy.
Go on.
So, there's been a bit of backlash in relation to his recent,
Yeah.
he's had 3 years off essentially, comes back, drops Yummy,
Yeah.
poor song, just in general, poor song. You do get into it a little bit after a few plays. I
didn't get to the second one.
Yeah, bro, I'm not saying it's bad, but whatever. So basically, I'm going to explain something here, and this is essentially the Yummy conspiracy.
Yum.
So Justin Bieber has 3 years off, right? And I'm just relaying the information, okay? So I've accumulated.
So you're not
this
the conspirator?
No. But it is fairly convincing.
Right, okay.
It's a convincing conspiracy to somewhat.
Yeah.
The Yummy video.
Yeah.
Have you actually watched the video?
Yeah, I watched the video, yeah.
Is there anything you noticed peculiar from watching the video?
Yeah, like, if you were going to have that much stuff going on, why would you have fake sandwiches? I got
Was it
really
fake sandwiches?
pissed off with his like he had
Yeah.
fucking 4 stacks of bread, like with
But were they
nothing
fake?
in between. They had to be, and then just like cocktail sticks with olives.
Yeah,
on
because
top.
it's desserts, bro. It's sweet bread.
Yeah, yeah. Who has olives though?
No, it was a cherry.
Bollocks to it. It's a fucking olive.
I thought it was a cherry. Right, so sorry,
Right,
going
right,
on.
That really triggered me.
Going on.
That was
Justin Bieber, yummy.
it. Yeah.
The overview is this. Justin Bieber's had 3 years off. Okay? He
Yep.
dropped Yummy. The controversy surrounding him dropping this song was mainly in his Instagram promotion of the song.
Yeah, saw that.
Okay, how much did you see of that?
I saw him like live speaking to fans. Did you see that?
Well, yeah, so he looks like he's fucking fetted up to shit,
Yeah.
like begging fans to watch his stuff.
Yeah. And then like I saw all his posts and stuff like that.
Yeah, so basically, we'll go for the base level. We'll go for the base level, and then we'll start going more in depth.
Yep.
So the base level is this. So Roddy Ricch is at number 1 with the box.
Yeah.
Roddy Ricch has done a bit of marketing in terms of, well, not marketing, he's just been a bit sharp with what he's doing because Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez are both going for this number 1 spot, right?
Yeah.
So, and they're both sort of begging their fan base and whatnot to get involved, stream it when they're asleep and all this bollocks. So this dude's like, well, go play their song. Do you know what I mean? A bit of satire. And, you know, a bit of reverse psychology to dissuade them from doing that and stream the box, which is, you know, fairly on brand.
Yeah.
Now, what's happened is obviously Justin Bieber's gone into some sort of like overdrive of promotion, and this fan like initially promoted made this graphic, which was like ways to get Yummy to number 1.
Yeah.
And they ran like a step by step of how to do it. Justin Bieber, in all fairness to him, didn't create this. He just reposted it on Instagram, but it's now removed. Basically, the whole sort of sentiment as to why it was removed is he was getting a shit ton of backlash. But the problem is, on the run-up to promotion of Yummy, where the controversy has stemmed from is, you fucking listen to the lyrics to the song, it's literally about eating pussy. Like, he's bringing out all this stuff and whatnot. You know, the guy's a married dude or whatever, which some people take concern with that. But, you know, that's the contents of the song. But the way it was promoted was, the guy fucking uploads 13 pictures of babies.
Yeah.
And puts the fucking hashtag Yummy.
So fucking weird.
Yeah, but it goes beyond being weird, and this is sort of the conspiratorial angle of it. Okay, so he uploads 13 pictures of these kids with this hashtag Yummy, right? And at first, like, that's odd. You have to have very, very limited level of self-awareness.
Are they still up?
Yeah, I think they are. I think you could pull up the Instagram if you want to. I don't know if you want to edit it in, but...
Yeah.
So basically, that's happened, right? Now, the problem with this is, obviously, one of the mothers of the child has actually really upset about it.
But really?
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was. But I saw somewhere, don't quote me on this again, but I know for a fact this has occurred. She was, you know, distressed or whatnot because there was no permission.
Oh, really?
For this kid to be used. Which sort of begs the question, where did they fucking get the content from?
Yeah.
Or if they were just pulling it in terms of, you know, using like a, I don't know, like a mix of fucking kid photos, I guess.
Yeah.
But what else? Okay, where you go down the rabbit hole is sort of, are you aware of the Pizzagate stuff?
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay, well, it's this whole sort of like, you know, the whole West,
It was like a whole
Hollywood elite,
misdirection kind of thing, wasn't it?
Basically they use, elite or whatnot, you know, with Epstein and all that bollocks.
Yeah.
Essentially what's been happening is certain hubs are being used to traffic, essentially paedophilia.
Yeah.
So they use different, you know, hubs or whatnot under different guises and shops or whatnot. There was one, and the most recent one, I can't remember what it is. Apparently, there's this donut shop, can't remember, it might be in Virginia. Again, don't quote me, I can't remember all my information. I'm not going to bring it up just because it's not really relevant, but this is sort of relevant. So basically what happens is, apparently people are hearing in this donut shop, there's sort of the next Pizzagate, there's sort of this fucking donut gate scandal or whatever. I don't know if I've just coined that, but it's probably around. People were hearing like screams in the ventilation of this shop or whatnot, this donut-based shop. And they don't know what they're linking it to, but it looks like in terms of scandals, the same sort of thing as the pizza one, whereby it's being used as a hub to traffic. Now, like, Justin Bieber not only does that, but he fucking uploads a picture with this pug dog. Now, there's this whole pug reference and symbolism as well, which I don't know if I'm going to go into, but while we're here, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Whereby this pug dog, right, is fucking flexing his arsehole, like, sitting up on the tray, like breakfast in bed. The cover's a pizza. He's got loads of pizza around him and donuts. It's just really fucking odd. And there's this whole thing about the pug. I'm really going into it now. But I think it's interesting to talk about, at least, even if you don't believe it. There's this whole sort of Masonic order of the pug thing, whereby apparently, in terms of a ritualistic thing, to gain entry into these sort of like elite circles, they have to do something with a fucking pug's arsehole or some shit. But it's like, it's just too weird.
Yeah.
The cohesion of all these tropes is too odd for there not to be like a narrative.
Yeah.
The guy spent 3 years away, uploads all this thing, and people are like, I'm sort of referencing what people have come up with it. This is by no means my own ideas. But people are going on to say, or not so much going on to say, but allude to the fact that, well, you know, I'll say what I find weird. I find it weird how he had 3 years off and then comes back and drops this.
Yeah.
Because it's odd. It's fucking so odd.
Yeah,
it's like there's been some form of communication, planning and prepping. There's no, if you're the big, you know, one of the biggest pop stars ever, you don't go away for 3 years, have any quantifiable idea as to what you're gonna drop when you get back, and then drop a fucking corny ass song. Yeah. Weird fucking vibe. Weird allusions to things, tropes, themes, whatever. That are all sort of under this umbrella.
Yeah.
And the idea was that people are sort of getting to was the idea it's soft censorship. It's soft. I'm an idiot, and I'm actually going to pull this up because it's like this sort of MK Ultra based stuff. I'm going to find the words because I think it's important. Yeah. Because I'm going to go on to talk about it. I can't remember. Basically, the logic is that. And you'll see it in more mainstream outlets didn't necessarily pick the story up, but you know, alternative news did. Mm-hmm. And his whole narrative is pushing this sort of these overtly sexual lyrics, but then combining it with, you know, your children or whatnot. Also in the music video, he's sitting around all these sort of like older people, and the kids are actually performing. Yeah, which is odd. Which is completely. There's no way you get onto set and that's an accident. You know, you've got all these people,
of course,
generationally older, and it's weird. At the end of the video, they all leave, and there's this one fucking old dude sitting in the back with glasses still. It's just off, like it's just so off. But the way it's been perceived is that, from an elite sense, I don't know why I do that, but it's hard to say without sounding like a nut job, which is part of the reason is part of the fucking problem to begin with. He is basically advocating these themes and tropes subtly and alluding to them in the same way as if you find in the media now, people are almost, there's this whole, you know, with the whole Epstein thing and whatnot. I don't know if it's Epstein or Epstein, I'm just saying it. Whereby he is people are sort of bringing out these articles, like I've seen somewhere it's like, oh, inside the mind of, you know, a paedophile, like where they actually come from, like this. It's desensitizing the populace to these tropes, and I feel like that's what people have drawn the conclusion of as to what he's doing. Like, you know, he's dressed in fucking pink, he's dyed his hair pink, he's all pink, he's all soft for. The guy's almost fucking 30. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and he's dressed like this. He's overtly sexual lyrics and all this shit, and like the marketing up until that point is just odd. Like, it's just so off. And also what's really interesting is like you have this understanding or this idea that Justin Bieber was from rags to riches. There's a story about how, Justin Bieber, he's you know, his mum was on welfare and all this shit. And that, like, I was like that, and I was like, you know, but that's, and I was like, how did that thought cross my mind? Like, where did I get that information from? And you do some research on Wikipedia, and she's like an author.
Yeah,
she's in the entertainment industry and all this shit.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Yeah, that I only found out the other day.
Yeah,
that, like she's, she's.
So she had ties with all this stuff, and it's almost like there is a manufacturing behind it, and it's just odd. Like, you don't go away for 3 years, bring out that trash, and have all this symbolism, these tropes and motifs that allude to this fucking narrative that's a consistent narrative, which, you know, is being exposed and uncovered more and more every fucking day. Realistically, I mean, it's trying to be kicked under the carpet, but it's just odd. Like, it's just very fucking weird.
Like with the rags to riches story, like thinking about it, because we didn't. I mean, how long has he been around for now? Close to 10 years, perhaps.
Well, I feel I mean,
7 years?
This isn't my ideas, but what people like to assume the rags to riches narrative is rooted in is the fact of making it appear that everyone can do it.
Yeah.
Whereby, because it makes people better consumers.
Well, also, yeah, but also the fact that he came into it and had almost like no talent at the start. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you compare it to people who came
and he had a feature, didn't he? Like, off the rip.
Yeah, he got like a baby with Usher.
Oh fuck! I just shouldn't have sung that.
That's fine.
No. It's only because they fucking can peg you for anything if you sing it, can't
I know, but I think just singing it.
I was just so off key that it won't pick it up.
Baby.
You
know that song? It's a baby.
It's a baby.
Oh God, I'm having a baby. Full loop. Yummy baby. Anyway, but yeah, then you think, if you think about it for more than 5 minutes, then you think that every other artist who's come from like anywhere or nothing.
Well, there are plans.
Talent.
There are plans.
Yeah, of course. That's what I mean. But no one has ever really come up like Justin Bieber, having
completely out of the blue
talent, dropping one video on YouTube, which millions of people have done, and then started to try and do the same kind of thing.
Well, it was a perfect storm, wasn't it? So whereby it was like everything was in place for that platform to happen for him.
But that's what makes me think is like, okay, maybe.
But I might be wrong in terms of his come up, because I don't actually know too much about it.
No, but like, all I mean is like, if his mum was in entertainment with his, she's in the right kind of people, all she needed to do is like, what I'm saying is, don't try and convince me that Usher was sat there on fucking YouTube one day.
And they're like, I just found this fucking dope-ass kid, man.
Oh, and shit, and Justin Timberlake was there as well. And then they made it, do you remember the massive bidding war? Was it just? I think it was Justin Timberlake and Usher.
I'm lying. I don't know. Sorry.
Justin Timberlake and Usher back in the day had a massive bidding war for Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
He was like deciding who he wanted to go with, and it was a big thing. Like, this internet star.
Oh, really?
Who's dropped a new song? Like, who's dropped a cover?
Isn't it?
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like completely manufactured. And then you think, hold up, this just sounds too good. And then you think about Post Malone, who came up out of nowhere. Yeah. But he came up out of nowhere producing and creating his own song, then his album.
Well, his come up was fucking, and I hate to say it because he's obviously a talented guy, but the look involved with the timing of White Iverson blowing up, because he did that, like, he rented he used his friend's, was it Bentley or Rolls? Might have been Rolls. In the desert, in like fucking.
I think it's a Bentley.
Bentley, I don't know. So he does that, right? Drops it, makes the art or whatnot. Just uses the White Iverson graphics, fucking photoshops it, calls it White Iverson, whatever. Drops that. Fucking blows up. I think a couple of.
I think Wiz Khalifa
shared it. Yeah, I think like
overnight.
Two big fucking accounts on Twitter.
Yeah.
Celebrities shared it.
Yeah.
And then, like, obviously his career has taken off. So he's got longevity, though. But then again, they all do with this sort of, like, the platform. But it's interesting. I found this, like, I was doing some research into sort of, like, industry plants and whatnot. And I found this one guy, I can't remember his fucking name. But it's, like, a fucking amalgamation of all pop culture just dropped on this kid.
Yeah.
Like, they've got a bit of the SoundCloud aesthetic.
Yeah.
With the face tattoos, they got like green hair. They got like Pokemon t-shirts and all this shit. And then they've got like the almost like slightly edgy bit of lo-fi, bit of like almost advertisement, elevator music, bop. And it's just like they're manufactured. It's like a fucking factory where they just churn them out. No, it is interesting. I mean, the entertainment industry or the music industry is heavily tied with
all you have to do as well, though, is watch. If you want to find a backstory, you watch flipping X Factor.
Yeah.
They will find a backstory on that guy in like 5 minutes.
Of course, plaster it on.
Yeah, and you are listening to how their life's terrible and they really need this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a sob story, and it's like you don't like. Of course, they're going to do it with everyone else. As well. Of course they are.
Yeah.
Like they can't just have this middle class guy just was working for quite a while and just making songs every night and did all right. And then
that's not
slowly.
That's not an aspirational narrative.
No, exactly. That's my point. But it's like the reality is that it's more likely that than
he's I mean, it's really interesting, but I mean, I was reading somewhere as well the other day that the whole staying on the topic of the music industry and whatnot and entertainment.
Yeah.
The whole K-pop was a Korean commercial project.
Really?
Yeah, to infiltrate Western markets in terms of how do you grow your economy?
Yeah.
You infiltrate Western markets with something which takes off through Western market, and your tourism, all this stuff increases astronomically. And also your trade and whatnot, and you have that commercial center. So it's like that was a project. I know and sort of it's more enterprise and state work more closely together.
Yeah.
In that sector.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. There's like a big brother.
Especially before as well, less so now because like entertainment is kind of in the hands of more of individuals now. Where
I don't think so actually. I disagree.
Nah, it's all YouTube and stuff.
I mean, it's a platform, but who really is pulling the fucking strings? Like, how do you get on YouTube Rewind? You've got to be someone that they want to be there. You know, for example, like I thought, like, and I'm not saying why be on YouTube Rewind. I'm just making a fucking point. If you're not liked, you're not liked. By the same token, it's like you look at Crowder, you don't get notified when Crowder's on.
No, you don't know.
Like that's just an example.
Yeah. If I I'm subscribed to numerous people, but Stephen Crowder's videos always end up in my junk.
Yeah, of course they will.
Always.
Yeah, because they don't want you to see them. But by the same token, they can't. I mean, they've tried to ban them, but then again, they try and ban people like that. But talking about the entertainment, you've got to fulfill a certain criteria, and I hate this narrative because it does go against my own sort of philosophical implications as to what I believe. But like David Dobrik was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and they were doing this whole skit of like giving $100 and iPads out in elevators and whatnot. But he fits the criteria. I think he's clever. He positions himself well. You know, he's got an interesting style narrative. Like I saw Logan Paul as well, and he was trying to imitate his vlogs. In the most recent one, I just clicked on it and saw that it was literally an identical replica. But he's fucked up. Like he can't access that sort of like Hollywood elite status. Yeah, because he's. I mean, he had it all going for him. He had the look, he had the aesthetic, he had the charm, he had the charisma. But there's too much controversy now embedded in it. He's trying to do it though, which was fucking stupid. I saw the other video. I know he is. He's chasing it now.
They hate that kind of jock kind of guy though as well. Like they hate that guy. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because they look like they're better or look more successful. I don't know what it is. I think that the media still has that idea that people from YouTube are just kind of nerds in their room kind of thing.
I mean, there is that. But you've got people now like Mr. Beast and stuff like that. It's like you can't avoid those individuals in terms of their following, they amass.
Oh yeah, of course you can.
Their budget, their advertising and whatnot. But there is a crossover. There is a silk crossover. I mean, we did cover this every week, but like you look at people like Will Smith coming over and stuff, and individuals cropping up, trying to get their fan base across. But
as soon as they do, as well, they pop.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I also feel like what lets YouTubers down, who are at the top of the pile,
is going into suicide forests.
Partly, but also they still have the fascination with A-list Hollywood.
Yeah. Not quite happy.
No, it's like, but if they understood that it was a different vehicle and a different direction, I think they'll be able to utilize it a hell of a lot better. But they're trying to break in. It's like you've got an industry here, an internet industry, which has essentially accelerated past all of that because people are dissatisfied with the current, your Hollywood, how Hollywood positions itself. Choosing my words carefully. And you've got this vehicle which can take you, where you want to go with it, and they're trying to turn it, like they're trying to fucking merge them. But then again, is that the entertainment industry trying to merge it? I don't know. But all I'm saying is, you see it in these. It's like that fucking clout chasing to the point where they can't. And it's hard to be content because contentness breeds stagnation. And with stagnation, you don't do anything. So you need that drive. I completely agree with that. But it's like, just sell it. When you get there, it's like you're selling yourself short. It's like, keep going in the direction you were going. Don't try and fucking access these.
It just feels
pools.
like naturally that's the way to go, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like all the time.
I don't like it. It should, like, the irony is they're trying to come across, but then the people at the top, it's like, dude, you had something good going here.
Yeah. The irony is that
it.
The internet has more potential than television does now.
Yeah, but the guys at the top of YouTube and stuff and the internet are treating it like it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to access
They still
those.
believe that if they get themselves in a film or on the Tonight Show, that they'll be more famous.
I think it's that they think that it will solidify their longevity.
Yeah.
But the problem is like people fall off in Hollywood all the fucking time.
Oh yeah, you forget.
It's easier to fall off in Hollywood.
Yeah, you watch a 20-year-old film, you'll see about one or two people that you recognise today,
and that were big in the day.
Yeah, and some of them were big actors. Yeah. I was watching a trailer for something from like '96. The other day, and I was like, holy crap, these guys are like, you're flashing their names up in the trailer, and they're no one now. They have fallen off. It's like. Yeah, people fall off so quickly. So and it's not always the money as well. It's because the money's there in the internet stuff if they wanted to do it, and they have it a lot of the time. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these YouTubers are richer than a lot of the actors.
No, 100%. I mean, I watched the roundtable discussion the other day with De Niro, Charlotte Booth, Adam Driver, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler. I don't know where I'm going with that point. What the fuck? That's mental. That is mental. I've never had that where I literally have blipped out.
I was expecting something so profound.
What did you say?
I can't remember.
Before I said that. Because it was going to link it back to that point.
I was on about that they get more money. They get more money from YouTube.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. So my point was basically in relation to watching that round table.
Yeah.
Charlotte Booth said, just spat on the mic. He said that he feels that when you act or whatnot, don't quote me exactly on this, I'm paraphrasing. He said he feels like, every film he's in or whatnot, he's putting his head on the chopping block, because he can be crucified for your role, and then that's it. You're off. Now, the only difference with someone like, hate the word content creators, because it's just cringy to say, but, creators or whatnot, you can, with their profile and how they make stuff, you can see the decline coming from a mile away. Because you're like, okay, he's losing fucking subs, he's doing this, his shit sucks. It's like you look at Jake Paul. It's like, if that dude doesn't win this fight, he's somewhat finished. He's somewhat finished.
I don't know where he can go from.
I mean, the guy is like a freak in terms of what he's capable of, though. So like, I feel like he just can't go away. He's the type of guy you just can't get rid of.
Thing?
Not in a bad way. I respect. Yeah, I watched that. That's what I'm going to link into with my point. Sorry. So I'll go back to the Charlotte Booth thing briefly. Basically, he said that, and that's the difference. You're in Hollywood. You're in A-list. Your film.
Yeah.
Your head, like when you go into that film.
Yeah.
You can't afford a substandard film.
No.
If you're at the top of the game, like in terms of viewing and all this stuff, like you've got to stay at the top of the game. And in terms of if you've built an organic platform or whatnot, you can see the decline coming. Whereas his point was like fairly profound in the sense that, you know, he feels that pressure every time he comes up to the plate. It's like, this is it. This could all end, you know, with this film. And I think that's partly for Fugazi though, because a lot of that shit, and I hate to use this point, but it's who you pally with as well in that fucking circle. Like, massively. Like, come on, yeah, they're talented, they are, somewhat. But and you know, with the whole like Harvey Weinstein stuff like that, it just exposes it for what it is really, and it's a fucking cesspool.
There's loads of films that with massive A-list actors have just like gone in, the film's just dropped, and you just never hear from them
exactly.
Like, have you ever heard about the there's a famous, I forget the name now, but like there used to be a name on the credits that people would put for directors and producers who had been on a film and it just flops or they don't like it. So they put like a film. They put like the film credit. I can't remember. It was like a really bland name. So there's a list of directors that are just personas. They're just fake people, and they'll pay an actual director to go and do it.
To ghostwrite.
To basically direct it, and then they won't release any behind the scenes footage. They'll just release the film, and then they'll just make a person, like completely unreal person. They'll never get entered into awards. Nothing. They just made a quick film. Director wants to cash out. Do a quick film. 6 weeks of filming. That's him off. You know, hand it over to editors, and a director watches the edit. No credit, no nothing. But then you can go on Wikipedia. You can find these guys, and there's a persona. Like, there's just fake people, and there's like Wikipedia pages.
IMDb's bad for that, isn't it?
Yeah, but like what happened
registered on that
is
shit.
It backfired massively, because they would put like, people would see the film and they're like, I'm not sure. Then they go and see who it was directed by, and they found that, because it used to be like a thing that I can't remember his name. Like, it's obviously a fake name, but it was something it was like, I cannot remember it. It was something really like the blandest name, like something's like Adam Smith or something like that. So then everyone went and looked up like, this film's by Adam Smith. I've seen his films before, they're really shit. So like no one would go and see their films, it massively backfired. So now there's like loads of fake personas that they use, but it's just like they must do it all the time. It's like what's a film with Tom Hanks? It had loads of big actors, and it was by do you remember the guys that made The Matrix, the Thingy brothers?
Yes.
Shawowski, the Wazowski brothers. They're brothers now. They're actually brother and sister, but one of them changed their gender. I can't remember which way around.
Right.
Anyway, so they made what was the film? Cloud Atlas. It flopped.
Oh, Cloud Atlas.
Had loads of top actors.
I hated that film.
And it absolutely flopped.
Hated that film.
I read the book. The book was good. Watched the film. Okay, the film's like 3.5 hours long as well.
I didn't understand anything.
No, it was the same storyline in 6 different timelines intercut. And it was like, okay, it made sense in the book.
It probably made sense if you read the book massively.
But like the film just looked like you're just telling me the same story 6 times. That's it. And it's like, and the actors all play different characters.
It was like a steampunky sort of.
It's like, it could have been a good play.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, because the same actors would have just changed role, like they rotate role, but they're all in different scenes. Like, good concept, but like, just execute poorly. And then they made that other film, didn't they? Not long ago, and it had Jared Leto.
The only Jared Leto one I've seen is the second Blade Runner, like recently. I can't remember anything else he's been in.
He made, I think he was in. Anyway, it was like the Fall of the Titans. It was like a massive like sci-fi thriller. Really? It had like Emma Stone in.
Yeah.
They get all these A-list celebrities to be on their films, and then they always flop. But it never happens to the celebrities. Like, they'll just like bounce back. But if it's like, if someone's like, if Shia LaBeouf did that, for example, he would be on the chopping board.
Someone who's not so much in the circle.
You wouldn't you wouldn't hear anything from him again. So like you say, I think there's a massive.
But you can see like the promotion of stars and the narrative the platform builds around them. Like, you can see it happening and forming with someone like Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
Like, you can see it like, Timothy Chalamet spotted with Zendaya from the. It's you're building him up, to solidify this sort of platform so you can exploit him at a later date for what you want to say with the guy and put him in the films that you want to do. It's like,
The latest
You know what
one
you're
is
fucking
that
doing,
guy. He's the 1917.
It's like grooming of the fucking actors,
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah. And the I always find that the Brits kind of stay on the outside of it, and then some of them
Unless they break, like James Corden, who breaks
Yeah.
into Hollywood, and he's
And then
literally a
they-
fucking puppet.
go, yeah, and then they just become
Yeah.
like these little like
yeah,
puppets.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the it was even like not really Thingy Coleman, who just played the Queen in Thingy. She's just won loads of awards for like, I don't know, it wasn't great acting, I didn't think.
Yeah.
Olivia Colman, do you know her? She's like
She's a brown hair.
brown hair. She must be in her 40s.
She did like a lot of British indie films
Yeah,
earlier on, like
she's-
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah,
that was a
she's
good film.
in Peep Show.
Oh yeah,
She's-
Peep Show.
she's
Yeah,
singing
yeah,
Peep-
yeah.
She does
yeah,
loads of
yeah.
really good like little shows.
Yeah, she does like loads of the great.
And then
like,
she's
indies.
gone on to like do all these bits. Like I
Oh,
don't
sorry.
blame her for going up.
Yeah, of course
Like,
you got to. It's what it
obviously
is.
Not, but like now
Nah.
she's just like her whole character's changed. Like
Yeah.
She used to be quite like funny and like on
Yeah.
it, and like she still is, but it seems forced. It's like she's at the shows and she's like, oh, it's terribly awkward. Ooh. And it's like all overly British.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the American perception of British. We said it before when we
Yeah,
were watching like CNN Worldwide.
It's like an interpretation of an interpretation,
Yeah.
watered down to the point where it's just odd. It's like
It's-
cliches
And it's like for the-
driven by.
Yeah, and it's like for the Americans in there and in Hollywood, it might seem like, oh, that's how we want British people
Yeah,
to be.
yeah,
That's how they seem. And then it's like, you know, remember Steve Coogan tried to break through into it, didn't he? And he like kind of fell flat on his feet. He was in like loads of like.
I wasn't really aware of that, but I know it
It was
happened, but
back
I wasn't.
in like.
Yeah, I wasn't following it at that point, yeah.
2010, And he like you could see him like he was in like loads of like little like average. Just he's quite big here. He went into like loads of little average roles.
Yeah, he got
and then-
hauled out.
And then and then he started hanging around with Owen Wilson, had a massive like 3-year coke bender,
Nice.
and
Good
then
lad.
tried to get back on his feet by doing those roles. And then he did the Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon, where they go on the thingy, and then he did Philomena, which he wrote himself.
Yeah,
and it actually popped because he like wrote it himself, did his own thing, and it did really really well because he obviously just stopped selling himself out.
Sure. Yeah.
Message of the day: don't sell yourself out.
Yeah, this episode's not been very funny, has it? I'm not in a funny mood today, actually.
No, I'm not.
I'm not actually in a funny mood. I just wanted to
You wanted to slay Justin Bieber and the
slay
organisations
him. I didn't slay. Yeah, no, I was just wanting to talk about some bits. Like, do you know what we should? I want to cover briefly before moving on to something.
Yeah.
Because like, how odd would it be out of context? Like, someone clicks a video,
Yeah.
they watch a fucking Dobre fucking Dark Souls thing, and then we've just, without mentioning anything, just gone straight into talking about Justin Bieber conspiracy theories.
Hi guys, thank you for coming in today. We're trying to keep us off the balcony ledge.
No, but it's like, what I'm saying is, in terms of what they're watching, it's just straight up like fucking screaming on Dark Souls, like a fucking video
out of
game,
context.
dropping down, like talking about it, and then just doing that. So to cover that, yeah, it's just a funny. We haven't fucking dubbed it yet.
No.
I actually quite enjoyed the Fortnite. I thought the Fortnite one was quite funny.
I thought the Fortnite one was quite funny.
It's a way of us exploiting the fact that we have limited props.
Limited props.
So what you do is you
Time,
jump into
skill.
a fucking video game, and you then have unlimited props.
Sandbox.
You just make a bad edit,
Yeah.
and then you're away. But jumping right into the next topic as a fucking brilliant segue,
Yep.
I want to talk about briefly as well the hysteria or media hysteria while we're just slaying all sort of like media outlets and what they're good for.
Yeah.
Coronavirus or coronavirus?
Coronavirus.
Is it coronavirus?
If anyone's going to get it first, it'll be you.
Yep, it will, because my immune system's dead.
It'll be you. So, yeah.
I caught mumps when I'd had the jab and whatnot. Now, there is an epidemic breaking out from mumps. Sorry to...
But that epidemic's been going on for flipping ages.
Yeah, true.
They've been saying mumps. This is why I hate getting on the virus hype, because like...
No, I'm going to fucking break down this virus hype
Okay.
in a hot deep.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have any data. I know I don't, you fucking
You're
bitch.
not on the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it was. It's just kicked me off, bruh.
Um,
Sorry. So basically, I'm just going to say something.
I'll
No,
open
you
this
go.
door.
Sorry, you were speaking.
I'll just open this door and let the Wi-Fi in.
Yep. Yeah, go on, mate.
So I remember, I never really thought about it like this. I remember when Ebola was like cracking off, and it was
Popping off.
Yeah, it was cracking off. It was doing a right job over in Africa in 2014.
Doing a job lot.
Yeah, And I remember I was traveling in Australia at the time, and we were thinking, this is Ebola stuff ain't too good. And then it just dropped. It just dropped off. You never heard about it again.
Oh, were you traveling at the time?
Yeah, I was traveling. No, it was happening. Then I was traveling, and I remember when I was traveling, there was so much you can't bring this on if you've got these symptoms. You can't travel. Like you had to really. You're almost getting. You weren't getting health checked. It was just like if you had any symptoms as anything. I remember just all the airports.
Yeah.
And then I went and stayed with a guy in Australia, and he used to work in politics in Australia, and he was quite so he was quite savvy with how the media ran. And I can't remember what he said to me. I just remember him saying, "Why do you think they're talking about this now and not Ebola?" And he was like, "That's because it's not important, and Ebola's a filler." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like if you go around the world, there'll always be a disease going off somewhere. Some terrible virus, and my thing is with them is that they're just a filler for the news.
Of course they are, because the outbreak, and I don't mean the viral outbreak, the outbreak in terms of coverage is exponential.
Yeah.
Every time one happens, and I'll tell you something about this, right? This is what I got up. And this was me jotting shit down.
Yeah.
Right? Jotting shit down. In the 90s, I remember a hysteria about SARS, the SARS virus. Yeah, something about being dug up or some bullshit. And I'm not saying it's bullshit, but I'm saying it was exponentially justified. There was that, right? SARS, also Asian. Don't know if it was Chinese. There was that bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Then, fucking right. Also, I'm going to cover another virus which was blown out of proportion massively, which is actually made a comeuppance of sorts. Again, the norovirus. Yeah. When we were at school, watch out for norovirus. Right. Yeah. Apparently, it just gives you the shit. So like funny to me or some bullshit.
Yeah. I remember.
But they were making it plausible in regard to the fact that it could kill you at the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I was just saying, I remember because at the time after that came out, like a year or two after, I remember when I was working for my dad, and like staff wouldn't come in because they were saying they had the norovirus. And they were like, it's just a 24-hour norovirus thing. I can't come in. It's like, no, you've just flipping breaking news from 2 years ago has just slowly sinked into your brain for you to think that it's a virus.
Moving on. So we have the norovirus, we have SARS. Now what we do have is we have the magnificent avian flu, bird flu, which came about as well.
Yeah, bird flu, which then led to swine flu.
Which led to swine flu.
Yeah.
There was limited information on that in regards to news at the time. They were just saying it was going to kill you and it was transferable. And now they're trying to use the argument of inflating it, and I'm just going to go through one. I think there was one more here, actually. Oh, no, that was Ebola, of course, which you just covered.
Yeah.
So, that was just off the top of my head in terms of the hysteria.
Was probably the most serious one in the fact that it had the most deaths, if I remember.
Now, what they're doing now is they're saying, well, this new one, is like a fucking hypervirus, because what this is Ebola. The problem with Ebola at the time is it wasn't transferable.
Yeah.
At the time, I remember being pitched that it was easily transferable between individuals.
Yeah.
And it was like any touch of bodily fluids, all this shit. But now, looking back on it, they're saying, oh, no, it's not transferred this way. It's like you have to touch dirt. I don't know. But now what they're saying is, well, this one's a new super virus because what it is it's easily transferable and it's fucking got a big hit rate. Bro, the hit rate, if you actually want the fucking facts, I believe the death toll's actually gone up today, sadly. Maybe 41 post 41 plus. However, the infection rate I think was, last time I looked at it, 800 plus. If you do the math, 10%, 5%, so that's 5% of those infected. Thus it was the people with compromised immune systems and elderly, like normal influenza and anything which will affect you in the winter seasons.
So like back on
Tuesday,
I was coming back from I was driving. I had it was Monday. I had a Radio 4 on, and they were obviously covering the coronavirus. Yeah. And they said like 8 people had died at the time, but they said he was like, it's not actually a result of the virus. Like all the people had they had conditions before, they had weakened immune systems. Yep. It wasn't the virus, it was multiple other things. Then the virus happened because they were easily they could contract it easily because
Yeah,
they were
virus.
ill, and they were in that small. It's all in that same place in China, isn't it? That was only
The
with
market. I don't know the name of
yeah,
it,
it's
but
on
it was.
the east coast.
I've
of
heard
China,
multiple
isn't it?
stories as well as to how the outbreak happened. Obviously, the
bats.
hygiene's bad. Bats, snake,
Yeah,
water snake,
yeah.
fire, fucking bat. They were eating bat soup or some shit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
It's always bloody bats.
naturally
isn't it?
something stems from poor hygiene, and the markets,
Do you know what it actually is? Right, this is really interesting. So this is how the Black Plague popped off. I don't know if you know this.
Bubonic plague.
The Black Plague and bubonic plague. But they, what happens is basically it's a normal cold for animals.
Cool.
So it's like a normal cold.
Your immune system
but
isn't
what
developed
happens
to
is is that
sustain.
your immune system is completely different. So normally that virus would not be able to infect a human, and the odds of like a common cold that you would get from a pig infecting a human
And
is
like
like
dogs and stuff. There's
zero
like
point
nothing, is
zero
there?
zero zero 1%. What happened back in London was that people were living with their farm animals like in
their
the same
livestock,
house.
yeah.
So if you ever go into like an old house, they'll have like a lower floor and then they'll have an upper floor, and the lower floor basically was where the animals stayed inside. So they were living with their animals, and because there was like 1 million people back in the UK, back in I don't know when that kicked off. So you had about 500,000 people in London, all built up, all living with farm animals. The odds were just ridiculously high for it to happen. So it happened. It's like the same with the plague was the rats, and then obviously the rats on the ships in Europe and stuff
the
like that.
waterways and whatnot.
Yeah. So one of the only places that did all right, interestingly enough, not did all right, but had a low death toll, I believe, was Venice, because it was cut off from the waterways.
Oh, right, okay.
So it just cut off everything, and it kind of contained the virus. But I just it's like basically all killer diseases come from animals. Basically, they're just normal colds for an animal.
Well,
you never notice.
I mean, that was the whole premise of War of the Worlds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When the
not War of the. You mean the one with Matt Damon?
No, I mean War of the Worlds.
Really?
Yes, because what happened at the end, the alien caught the common cold.
Oh yeah.
Essentially, and they've got a really nice. I don't know if it's public domain or a book, but my dad has it. It's really cool, and it has the front cover is just the cold virus strains.
Oh
like
really?
On black. Yeah, it's really nice, sort of like aesthetic, nice design. But yeah, that's what it comes down to. You know, they weren't essentially their immunology. Their fabrication, their immune system wasn't equipped to come to Earth, and that's why it all fell flat. It's like it's just a nice sort of like clever trope, and I've not got really anywhere to go with this point. I'm just making an observation.
Do you know what's something interesting as well? Is I never knew this. You know, obviously when we like the Western civilizations colonized parts of America. 30% of the colonizers died from disease.
Oh yes, like, off the bat, yeah.
I mean, it like disproportionate. I think it was like 80% of the Native Americans.
Of course.
But still, like 30% of the, you know, I mean, it wasn't a one-way thing. It was just
facts.
They didn't have the same. They just didn't have the same animals.
Yeah,
it was just literally the same thing.
Yeah.
So if we kill all the animals, we'll be all right.
You reckon? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Me them piggies. Oh no, I've got another disease while we're on it.
Yeah.
Fucking mad cow disease.
Yeah.
Hysteria.
Right. Yeah, mad cow disease was a hysteria, right? I remember this. So mad cow disease seriously affected cows, like killed loads of cows across the UK. So everyone was worried. So I was going to bring this up, but like I thought the mad cow disease was one of the only ones that was a genuine concern because it actually killed off so many cows, and then they were concerned that it had contaminated the meat.
Yeah,
so there was like a genuine.
Yeah, I didn't have. So sorry to interrupt. No, you go on. I'll say what I was going to say.
No. I was just going to say that like mad cow disease was one of the only ones that was actually like a genuine concern, as I can remember it. That was only because I remember like my grandparents being slightly concerned about it, and they never really were that bothered. But they were like, "This is a problem because you can't eat beef," and I remember you couldn't eat beef basically.
So I didn't have a steak until I was like 14.
Really?
Like my mum wouldn't
Wouldn't trust it.
No, she didn't buy beef. Like literally, I hadn't had it. So when I had it, I was like, "This is amazing."
Well, that's when they realised that they couldn't, that it travelled through like bone marrow. So that's why you can't get T-bone steaks in the
really?
UK.
T-bone.
Yeah. I think you can now.
They're quite big in the States, aren't they?
Yeah, but that's
T-bone.
why they stopped doing T-bone steaks, and it was like, I think they found that it came from a cows or beef import from Europe somewhere.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I don't think it was a UK cow, and that's how it like spread anyway. And I think I mean,
I need to get my next week. I'll have my energy levels at 100%. I don't know why I'm a bit lackluster.
I'm a bit lackluster. That's because I got up at like 6 this morning, so I'm just knackered.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're being a little bitch, mate.
No, you're being a little bitch.
I'm not being a little bitch. Marilyn Monroe's
new songs come out.
It's popping. It's got JFK on it. It's an absolute fucking bop.
JFK keeps playing it on replay.
Yeah, he's basically no. I just thought it was interesting. I just saw it. I just glanced upon it. I just thought I wanted to say it. Her wedding. No. Her dress, her like diamond encrusted sequin dress. Yeah. And sold for like a record 4.6, might be. Don't quote me on that. The one she's sung Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, so that sold for that, and on to other fashion news as well.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that this has popped off because on the Rocky skit we did.
Yeah.
When I was wearing the cod piece, fucking Alexander McQueen, Vivienne Westwood are now repping them on the runway.
So you think they've seen it and just watched?
I think it's impossible that they haven't, because the view count on that video is pushing 200.
Yeah, one of them's got to work.
So if we look at the current global populace,
what, it's like 7.8 billion.
Yeah, it's so likely
that
how that transferred to them as designers was from the Rocky skit.
Yeah.
It's too much of a coincidence as to how that came about.
Who's going to wear a codpiece? Apart from if you're from the bin Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, it's fashion. Okay, so how fashion works essentially.
Yeah, please inform me, because I've been fucking struggling for years.
Sunday Roast Apparel, hate.com, coming very soon.
So how fashion works is that a couple of guys just on filming a podcast.
Stand up, I see your trousers.
Absolutely not,
okay.
I haven't got any on.
No, what I'm saying is that any creative industry, eras will eventually get mined. By the same token, you look at film, you look at any sort of artistic statement, how it comes about is eventually a period of time and culture grows fallow. Yeah. People forget about it. The cultural artifacts are mined, come to the surface and used in the modern day or formed as a pastiche.
Yeah.
That codpiece comes from 16th century mining. Alexander McQueen, Vivienne Westwood, all those people are now going through those, is it Tudors? It is the Tudors.
Yeah, it is the Tudors,
It's the Tudor period, which was, all that high fashion, the first sort of superstar statement fashion.
Henry VIII's codpiece, which I remember.
Oh, did he have one on as well? Yeah.
And there's like paintings of him, and there's his armour.
Yeah.
So he's quite a fat boy. He used to really...
Gout.
He used to,
Gout.
He was just a fat boy.
Yeah.
He got fat, then got gout. Not
did
the
he?
other way
Good
around.
lad. Well, that's normally how it works.
Yeah, but do you know he was like 6'5"? He was massive.
Big boy.
Yeah, and he was massive, and he
swung that hammer about.
Yeah, and he was a right tawny
fuck bitches.
Yeah, he's 6. That he
to be precise.
He was a tawny goer, and if you go see his armour, which I have, I think is at Leeds Armoury.
We're all Leeds, aren't we?
We're all Leeds, aren't we? His codpiece is enormous. It's
packing heat,
prepping for an erection.
Ooh, really? What? Yeah. So
it sticks out.
How far does it go?
A good 6 or 7 inches, and he's also in armour. So what that suggests is because he's got quite a belly on him, and then he's just got a massive codpiece, massive cock piece.
You go 6 inches, absolutely massive.
6 inches,
rocking a freak.
Jesus, absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Imagine if he did have a stonking dick, and they made it a bit too small for him, and he got an erection in his armour, And
Yeah, but what you normally do is you put them in your old trousers.
Yeah,
and
but
you
how
just
do
flick
you
it up
can't
and
get
catch
in.
it in your
You're
belt.
you're in a suit of armour. You just,
Yeah.
oh god, hello, fit, dong. It just vibrates.
Dong.
Dong.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel that I didn't. So it was prepping for erections as well.
Nah, the whole thing was it was just to literally look at the size of my dick.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was more like just flexing.
It was a flex. It was a straight
For
up.
real.
I'm in front of loads of people. My dick can fill
Get
this
to this.
codpiece.
If it needs to, it
Yeah,
will pad
if it
this boy
needs
out.
to,
Yeah.
If you want to meet me in the tent afterwards, after I've chopped this boy's arm off,
Yeah.
you'll get a bit of my codpiece. That was
I'll
it.
detonate your axe wound.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going on to Henry VIII's dick and
So
balls. Comes back to dick and balls a lot, doesn't it?
Henry VIII and his dick and balls. Should we go on to Jake Paul and his dick and balls?
Yeah, well, I mean, we did cover this a little bit ago briefly, but I'm happy to dive in.
Well, I was just wondering.
I forgot, yeah, go on.
Well,
mate.
we just said that we the 40. So we obviously released that 40 days thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a collaborative project with saw
Who's
Liam
running
Liam Chivers on the producer.
Is he?
Yeah, I sent the picture to Jake. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna dox anything in that regard,
no,
but
no. So out of context.
yeah.
That he, what did you think of it? What did you think of? I said Jake Paul just looked like he was grasping at straws. Did you see how like he tried to promote it? Like he just put a load of YouTubers up and was like, "Who wants to fight me?" It was like, vote.
No, he was forced into taking the fight.
Not to stay relevant.
Yeah, I mean like KSI wanted, like they position themselves in a certain way
Yeah.
to make it so that the only
He's saying he
narrative
wants to
they
fight
could
KSI,
make.
isn't he, now?
Yeah, like the only narrative they could make was him taking the fight. If he wins, he fights KSI. Oh, sorry. So he fights KSI. And then, but if he gets through him. So yeah, it
Did you see him like crying after Logan Paul's fight?
yeah, but it was ice cubes. So he was holding ice cubes, and then everyone was like, "But you've just fucking made yourself cry with ice cubes." And he was like, and then Malak, the 60-year-old guy, was like, "Nah, bro, it's ice cubes to stop the swelling." Chicken and the egg, innit? What came first, the crying or the ice cubes?
Fucking retard.
I don't know, but he seems like the type of guy
Who would fake it?
who just can't. like he seems like the type of guy who just can't cry.
Do you not equally though?
I don't know
I
if he
reckon
can.
that he probably could work himself up so much to just cry.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is that there was ice cubes involved. If there wasn't, I'd just be like, yeah, the guy was upset.
I don't even think he was upset. Do you know what I mean? Like I just got the impression that he.
But the way
was
he then went about it was like,
He was like, it was
I
like they
could have beat him.
disrespected his family, and then he was pissed off at Logan because he thought he could beat him.
yeah, but I have respect for so I actually do have respect for the guy. Like he's sharp, and honestly, he is. And the way I know for a fact that the cogs in his fucking head were spinning. My brother's lost. How do we fucking do this? Right,
Yeah.
we make it a fucking familial,
Yeah.
ancestral, patronage to the name.
Yeah.
Let's start marketing it in my vlogs. Like,
Yeah.
I need to redeem my brother.
Did
I
you
would have
see-
won the
did you
fight.
see as well,
So,
like,
he knows
he
what
was
he's
like,
doing.
I'm not saying you didn't, like, but he was like, I came up with the idea of let's fight. I fight his brother, and
He got called out then,
you
didn't want to
fight.
take the fight. Like, there was a
Yeah.
video of him being like, I don't need this.
Yeah, but then what I mean is like, and then he was like, yeah, then I was like telling Logan to do that. And
Yeah.
He was like, I introduced Vine to Logan, and it was like he was trying to take Logan's
Rewrite history.
credibility. It was like, yeah, okay, like you showed him an app, like
Yeah.
nice. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you would just do that
Yeah.
regardless. Like
yeah.
stop trying to piggyback somewhat like your brother's fame. Do you know what I mean? It's
he-
like.
Well, so what was your initial question about the 40 days thing? What do you think? You thought it was just like
I just
fucking
thought
bullshit?
it was just all fake and hyped
Yeah, of
up.
course.
Like it was like even the it was like it was the same with the Logan Paul and KSI. It just
Yeah.
kind of looked better. Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was
yeah,
like when Gibb and him faced off,
Mm.
and it was like, "Can we have a face off of the two of you?" And they were like, "Oh."
What, when they got him on
Yeah,
stage
and then
in the
he
prior
was
press
like, "You've got a massive nose." and then Gib like pushed him, and then Jake Paul was like,
did you see that Gib push in the second one?
Yeah,
that was so fucking hilarious.
That
was.
like, oh.
At first I was like, because right. So in terms of the marketing strats, he's being pitched as, oh, he's a psychopath, always mental. You don't know what he's gonna do because he's just got no technique. Yeah. No technique, no fucking strength, nothing.
No,
bro. It's like, okay, he has high pressure. If that counts for anything.
Stop hyping up YouTubers who've been sat in their room
they can't fight.
for years.
Yeah, they can't fight.
And then telling him.
And I'll tell you something. When I saw the initial KSI Logan fight, right, the one thing which sort of flared, I was like, was that in the second fight there was little to no improvement.
Yeah.
So therefore, going into this fight, I honestly think there will be little to no improvement. That's my 2 cents. Gib will have the most unorthodox, shitty technique, come in fucking flailing. Jake will still be sluggish, still be flat-footed, still have poor head movement, and still just occasionally fucking throw a combo.
Yeah.
It will literally go down like that.
Driest, dullest thing.
If someone does get caught, they might go down just because it's six out. No air goes. So there is that. But again, fuck it. I'm not staying up to watch it. I'll just click on YouTube in the morning and just be like, what's good?
Oh, nice.
Oh, right. Someone lost. Because it went the full fucking time, which it probably will.
Yeah, it will, because they'll just dance around one another.
Yeah, literally.
They've both got massive freaking noses as well. If one of them gets a punch on one of those noses,
well obviously, Jay Paul got his nose cauterized. Whereby it stops, I don't know, it like solders some of this, I might be wrong, don't quote me, basically to stop it bleeding.
Nice.
But that's a pitch, because you can't ever really stop your nose bleeding, so it's like, it's basically forming the idea that if my nose does go, boys, it's because I got a dodgy nose, so...
Yeah.
He's like almost framing stuff ready for that to take place. But in terms of the actual... like fight and stuff, like even you look at the whole like YouTube boxing scene and the amount of exhaustion, even from someone like Vidal, his trainer, like he did not want to be doing that 40 days thing. Like he was getting interviewed, this is Gibbs' trainer, and you just tell he was like, I'm so fucking done with this shit.
Yeah, and it was like, what was the guy with the pink hair as well?
Oh, that fucking idiot.
He's like, so what do you think of Gib? And he's like,
I'm a fat twat, but he is a fat twat. Yeah.
Who? It's like,
I know, bro. He looks like fucking Kirby.
What?
Looks like fucking Majin Buu.
We're not here for your personality and your hilarious jokes. It's like we're 15
Why
minutes
are you
into a 40-day video. It's like, what are you doing there? You're obviously not his trainer, are you?
No,
Jesus.
he's just a fucking CEO of Yes Men. Literally.
Is it? Is that he actually has something going for him?
No, it's a joke.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to think that like that's the type of thing that could actually happen.
Yeah.
So did it, like I was looking into this as well, because I went down not really a Jake Paul hole, but like I started to look into it and I was looking at other stuff. Did you see that like the Team 1000 thing, like that massive scam that Jake Paul did?
Yeah, the gambling.
No, it wasn't even gambling. No. Right. So he did this thing. It was like, I'm going to release all of my YouTube techniques and how you can become a YouTuber. He did like a paywall where it was like you pay $7 to join. And you know, like loads of these guys are probably kids as well, so they're using their mum's flipping credit cards, and it's like, they pay the $7, and it goes, no, if you really want it, it's $57. You've got to pay another $57
after they've made it through the 7, and they've already committed, so they're like, oh, I really
so it's like,
this.
well, okay, I have a walkway now, and I've paid $7, or I pay another $57, and get it. So then you get on it, and apparently there's just some awful content that looks like he's like filmed it all in one day because he's like wearing the same stuff all day. Apparently, like he hasn't got a mic, like it's just a camera over there.
Is it Grant Cardone?
It's worse than Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone's apparently is okay in terms of what you can.
Yeah, I mean, but he was like, apparently it was awful. So then what they did is like, then he released that you can join Team 1000, which was like this.
Team 10.
No, it was Team 1000, but if you.
Oh right, so it's just a lot of them. 10. It's like Team 10, but there's loads of us now, so we're Team. Yeah. Nice one, Jake.
Excellent. So they did this massive thing, and you pay a subscription fee, which is like $50, and then you get in, and it says Team 1000 coming soon.
Yeah, but never came.
Coming soon.
Bitch
this was
came.
like this time last year.
Yeah.
And then apparently I was watching a YouTuber back, like, it was like a week ago.
Yeah.
He went back on to see if, like, he paid for it all, to,
Mhm.
like, see if, like, what was going on.
Oh, was this recent? Was this recent?
Yeah, like,
it seems
literally,
really
like,
not recent.
No. This. He was like recapping his old video. He was like doing 2019 look back.
I get
like,
you. Now that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and he went on and it said that the website got shut down in 2018. Like, so he just sold the domain. Like, for all the
Really?
stuff.
Where's
So,
the
like,
domain at now?
There's nothing. It just literally says unfind. Like, you can't find the domain. So you go to log in, go type in like whatever it was, like team1000.net or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it's not there. Nothing
Really?
there. Web domain's gone. Like, nothing. It's
Really?
just a dead, like, just HTML not found website for both of them, apparently.
So and it was a silent takedown.
Yeah.
It
So it's up for
is he
about
still
a year.
promoting it or no?
No.
It's
But
just
like
everything's been taken
Team1000
off.
Twitter page is apparently you go on and it just says 50% off now, 25%
Really? So
off
they're
now,
still promoting the
50%
deals?
off. No, they did up. Their last one was November for Black Friday or something like that. And
So they
then
tried to just quickly get their last
and then,
Black Friday.
Like, by December they just cut it.
No.
He just ignored it.
Yeah.
It was a flipping grab. But it's like, it obviously came out because he obviously thought, you remember the news about a year ago? It was like more kids in
Want to be
in America want to be YouTube stars than like an astronaut.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know? So he obviously, you can just see the cogs working. Can't
Yeah,
you?
of
It's
course.
like,
He's like,
well, I know
getting
what
on.
to do. I'm a massive YouTuber.
Mhm.
I'll make a guide. Filmed a guide, sold it to loads of kids, subscription fee, all this, all that. You can join the team, and we only talk within the team.
Yeah.
We promote each other and stuff like that, and then just cut it.
It was that whole sort of networking thing. It was interesting enough. Like, there's obviously where we're based, there's a canteen on the site, and the dude who runs it or works there, whatever.
Yeah.
He was on about like his son's like 12, and he's like always banging on about, obviously not bad banging on, just for want of a better word.
Banging on about the Sunday roast.
Yeah, he's saying this fucking dope ass show. It's great. You need to tune it. No, he's like streams and stuff, and like all of their friends. Like now, it's like you don't go out and play Saturday football.
Yeah.
Like it's not fucking hot to go back to school, and like what's hot is a group of boys twitching.
Sitting in the
pants. Yeah. So
just getting dropping off a flying bus.
Yeah, exactly. And that's sort of where it's at. And they're saying he says his kids always like Allier.
Really?
And it's crazy because when you look at that content, it's like
so cringy Allier stuff.
It is, but like it's not for
not for us.
For you or me it's for, you know, kids of that age. And I can see why he, you know, does well in that regard. But bro, like going on to that subject and trying not to segue too hard. The energy levels you need to entertain a younger audience.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously, if your energy levels are always 100% or whatnot, it comes across, especially if your audience is a bit older or whatnot, or same age, obviously it comes across as completely disingenuous because no one can keep that.
Yeah.
I mean, they can in terms of like vlog footage and short segments where you can be like,
well, that's why Ali always looks like he's trying to suck a dick in all of his thumbnails.
Does he? Oh, yeah, but we started doing that as well, so we look like we're trying to suck a dick as well.
Yeah, but he really is like looking like he's milking the sack.
Okay, just really like tickling the balls.
Yeah, go and have a look. We'll probably drop in a few fummies if we can find them. Just
you know what Ali looks like, boys.
Yeah,
just fucking you. Basically, yeah. So I was just talking about that whole sort of like generational thing.
Yeah.
But no, it's crazy. Like that's the one I do respect that in the sense of like making that content for that fucking audience. Ooh, God, you're gonna be on something.
Yeah, but then you don't have to say much either.
But you have to be smart with what you do say. It's less rather than more, isn't it?
Yeah, and also the kids, like they need to feel like they're listening to someone a little bit older. Do you know what I mean? They need someone older. Like they couldn't have someone their age.
It's a mentor. Yeah, of course. It's like a mentor in the sense that like someone to look up to.
Yeah.
And especially if that's the it thing, which it is, obviously playing, you know, Fortnite and esports and whatnot and that sort of content. Then, yeah, I mean, but he transitioned, didn't he? Because he used to be big on COD. Like when we were into COD, like, oh sorry,
he was into COD.
I know, like when we were trying to find videos, like what's good with this, and like Ali A would pop up.
But
like,
he's always does like informative-ish videos, or it's like how to get this, like it was like camos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Like, and then he just went on to Fortnite,
and it was always like very minimal difficulty things to obtain, so he could make the video on it. It was never like intense, get Damascus on you.
Yeah,
it was like.
But he tried to do. When Fortnite came out, he tried to enter into tourneys.
Oh really?
Just got thrashed.
He's not a player there, is he?
No,
He's
but
just
that's
like
where you see the difference. Is like where we find more entertaining to watch.
Nick Merckx, I find Nick Merckx funny.
Yeah, Nick Merckx funny as fuck, but he's also a very good player, like one of the best console players around.
He's got the best of both worlds, though.
Yeah, yeah. But then, like, we enjoy watching like genuinely good players.
Yeah.
Over.
No, I don't, bro. I'm all about the personality. Yeah, like I don't.
Nick Merckx.
I never have understood the fascination. And if you do watch this, power to you. But I can't watch people play games.
Really?
Nah. Apart from skits, Dark Souls ones and Fortnite ones, I can't watch people play.
Who can?
No, I can for the entertainment value. So someone like Nick Merckx.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, this is dope. This is funny as fuck.
Two things. I don't mind like if they're like watching, if you're watching like esports, like COD.
I can't do it.
Really, I find that really entertaining, but I can't like watch it. You know, like Ben will love like he will watch Twitch streams.
Yeah, because he wants to like get up to date.
Yeah,
he likes games.
I can't do that because I need to. The other thing as well is like I prefer to listen than to watch. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I prefer to listen to stuff.
Yeah.
Because I like to listen to stuff in the background, rather than like physically watch it. Whereas if you're watching COD videos, like you have to sit down and enjoy it and want to watch it to enjoy 100%. to enjoy the plays.
To enjoy the plays.
If you want to enjoy the plays, you've got to really watch what's going on.
You want to enjoy the plays,
guys. If you want to enjoy the plays, you're gonna have to start watching me play COD.
You setting up a Twitch channel now?
I've already got a Twitch channel.
Shit. What's it called?
Mr. Wardle _
Nice. Check out some clips on that.
I don't know what's going on over there.
There's some saved Fortnite shotgun clips. Double pump.
We have actually like a fucking 5-year-old YouTube account that occasionally gets like, this guy cheated in a GB.
Did one of those videos sort of do okay? That massively clickbait one.
I made a massively clickbait Dark Souls video where I went 50,000 souls in 3 minutes, and you go to the top and you have to fight 3.
Does it have more than all the Sunday roast views combined? That video.
I think so. Yeah, it was well over. Like it might be on 2,000 now because people were clicking it. But what they found was a guy going in an elevator on Dark Souls
hit the notification bell.
3.
Yep.
Going up. It was after you. Do you remember that there was a boss on the bridge?
No, it was the boulder. There was the fucking boulder, and it was in the catacombs or whatever it's called.
No. It was.
And that's when you got stuck on the side.
That was when I get stuck on the side in Dark Souls 1. Yeah. But in it's Dark Souls 3. But the one in Dark Souls 3 anyway that went popping. I can't remember the boss. Like you've just completed that area, you go through like the massive like church bit, and then you go to the bridge, and he's like guarding the next area. And the next area is like the occult library.
Okay.
And there's a lift up to the top, and there's 3 iron golems up there. Yeah. And each one of them gives you 15k souls.
I remember that you died.
Yeah. So I went up on it.
We're right. It's just
and I went up on the video like live streaming and recording. So I couldn't stop. Do you know what I mean? I was
like, oh, for fuck's sake! Did your voice record as well?
And I went up, and this iron golem just went.
I remember. It was like winged, weren't they? Like winged golems. They like flew.
Sorry, guys. They might have been the gargoyles.
Yeah. You were like, sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. Just got crushed by the gargoyle. But if you do this again properly, and then it's just me, like, just fucking losing.
Yeah.
But like the idea was, you kite them to the edge and then knock them off.
Yeah.
But I just in my video just did a really shit job.
Yeah.
But then I uploaded another one after that didn't do as well.
Yeah.
Which was me actually doing it correctly in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they wanted me falling off all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the other one? I did another one, how to get something, and it was like a 40-minute video.
You just got caught though and fell on it. Yeah, it was just shit.
No, there was another one as well, which was how to reset your hollowing.
Oh, for real?
Do you remember when you go into the cave? And
Yeah.
40-minute video. 40-minute video.
That's so bad, you know, because when you, especially looking for something tutorial based,
yeah.
Like I was doing some editing shit on Photoshop, and that's when I asked you. I think I was like, I was like, I'm trying to convert a black and white elements of a photo to color, and I went on them, and they could have told me in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you have to watch so much.
And it's like some guy like, hi guys, here we are again today. I'm doing a new Photoshop guide. What we're doing in this guide is, if you want to do this, you have to. And it's like,
you have to click. Oh no, the worst ones are when someone just does it and it's like a time lapse of them doing it. So it's like you have to like.
Or they don't speak, and you actually have to watch and follow their mouse.
Yeah,
and it's like, bro.
And then it's just really fast as well, and it's like, just tell me what you're doing.
Segue. Did you watch that interview with Drake by Rap Radar?
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, it's quite interesting.
I will watch it.
Some of the stuff he says is fairly profound.
Like what?
When you say something that's fairly profound and then say it, it doesn't sound profound, and you look like an idiot for calling it profound, and then it also sounds cliche. So you need to watch it yourself. But his I don't know, it ain't my chance. He knows what he's doing. That is someone looking at the time.
I was looking at the time because it says the recording's got 12 minutes left.
All right, then we'll call it. I'll talk about that next time when you actually fucking watch it. Yeah. Always want to call it. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for tuning in to episode 11 on the Sunday Roast Apparel coming soon. Loads of good shit on hate.com. We'll leave a link in the description when we've got it. And hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Sorry, my energy levels have been a bit off today, and Harry's energy levels are always shite. So, so there's that. But next week we'll bump it up. Yeah, bump it up.
We'll take a load of G Fuel, a lot of caffeine.
Load of shit.
Load of shit.
Load of shit, boys.
Right, see you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in.
See you guys. Thanks for tuning in.